Looking for a place to get involved in the arts, learn about the arts, or perform in the arts? We'll showcase this great venue next. Welcome to Come Out and Play, Chandler. I'm your host, Lisa Aquafreda. On today's show, we are going to expose you to the world of the arts at the Chandler Center for the Arts. The facility is located on the northwest corner of Arizona Avenue and Chandler Boulevard. That's adjacent to Chandler High School. The Chandler Center for the Arts opened its doors in 1989 and has been presenting performances and entertaining the community ever since. With a total seating capacity of 1,500, the innovative design allows for two rear sections of the main auditorium to rotate 180 degrees to become two more intimate performance spaces, being the 350-seat Hal Bogle Theater and 250-seat Recital Hall. Amazing art pieces can be seen throughout the center.
We also have an on-site gallery where you can see rotating art exhibits. They rotate about every 4 to 6 weeks, and those are free of charge. You can come in and see great art. Chandler Center for the Arts also boasts an incredible acoustic experience. We were rated in Wavelength magazine as the top venue for acoustics in the state. So if you want to hear an incredible experience in an intimate setting and get a great sound experience, that's the Chandler Center for the Arts. The Chandler Center for the Arts represents one of the most unique organizational models in the country. The City of Chandler and the Chandler Unified School District are the two owners of the facility, and we have what's called a joint use agreement. So the school district gets to use the facility Monday through Thursday for all of their fine arts activities, all of their events, and then on Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays, the city has use of the facility. And what happens on those days, we have national touring artists, we have local artists, and we have all kinds of performances and activities that you can participate in. While the facility itself is owned by the city and school district, all of the performances and all of the activities that take place in the center are funded by the Chandler Cultural Foundation, which is a nonprofit organization. This foundation does many different roles, most of which is fundraising and makes decisions on budgets and how we bring what artists into the center. So if you're interested in finding out more about the Chandler Cultural Foundation, you can find that out on the City of Chandler website.
The venue here at Chandler Center for the Arts is a wonderful place to come see a show. The technology that we put in when we renovated are all top-notch, first-rate, and we've got a great staff here to support it.
We'll be back to talk about programs offered through the center after this fun fact. The Chandler Center for the Arts offers many programs that inspire and motivate young people. More than 150,000 students participate in the many arts and education programs provided by the center.
We actually received a grant from the Virginia G. Piper Charitable Trust, and it was to develop a model for youth involvement at the center. We already had an existing incredible program, the Vision Kids program, but this was a program to really expand our umbrella of services for youth and how do we get them engaged in the center. So we have 4 different components to that Connecting Kids program. The first is the Vision Kids, which is a series of visual arts workshops where the students get to work with professional visual artists, and this is a free program that takes place at the Vision Gallery located right at the first floor of City Hall. We have our Camp Kids, which are the fee-based programs where you're learning your acting, singing, and dancing skills and other skills. We have a number of different programs through that. One starting in late January that's called the Broadway Boot Camp. So in this camp, you're going to learn how to sing and act. You're going to work with professionals who are going to train you in how to become, a triple threat, be able to sing, dance, and act. And those programs are open for kids ages 7 and up, so that's a great program. In addition, we also do Spring Glee Camp, which is a 1-week camp during the school's intersession. And then over the summer, we hold a full 3-week camp. And that is a full-day camp for 3 weeks where you get cast in a show, you audition, you have headshots, and you get in full costume and put on an entire production. And that's a really exciting part of our Camp Kids program as well.
It's a really good camp because it's actually at the Center for the Arts here. So they get the experience of a total, complete theater.
And then we also have our Theater Kids program, which is where we bring in our national touring artists and local artists, and we present a series of performances during the school day. So for our school district kids, for our parochial, charter, and homeschool kids, you can all come and see these shows at a nominal fee, and you get to see these national performing artists perform. So that's a great thing through our Theater Kids. And then finally, we have our Youth Advisory Council. And this is a by-application process where we select teens ages 13 to 18, and they participate in a year-long arts administration program where they learn how to create budgets and put on fundraisers. There's 15 of our Youth Advisory Council members, and they work in this program all year. And then the exciting part is they get to advise our board of directors on how we can better serve our youth in the Chandler area. You can apply for that each year. We take applications in August for the following year.
If you're interested in any of these programs, please visit chandlercenter.org.
If registration's open, it will be open online on chandlercenter.org, or else we'll have information about when you can apply. For the Youth Advisory Council, do get your application in. We always have more applicants than we have finalists, but we would love to have you apply, and it is a competitive program. So I recommend you looking up the information as soon as you can.
We'll be back to inform you of our upcoming performances after this fun fact. For over 20 years, thousands of people have been entertained at the Chandler Center for the Arts.
I love the Center for the Arts because I do plays myself, and so I love coming to see plays as well. I want to be an actress when I'm older, and so I kind of want to see what I can improve on.
With a broad range of programming, including all genres of music to dance, comedy, drama, family program, and many other special events, there is definitely a desirable show waiting for you.
Every time we come here, we always have just a joyous time.
We always look forward to coming, and I always look for something that is really artsy and dancey. We've gone to several events, but we really like the Chandler Center for the Arts.
We have a lot of exciting main stage and vocal theater performances coming up. We start with a group of former homeless veterans. They were on America's Got Talent, and they've been on a lot of different shows. If you want some very inspirational music by some amazing singers, that's the New Directions Veterans Choir, and that'll be in conjunction with our Unity Festival on January 18th. And then just 2 days later, we have Drumline Live. Just amazing drum corps and band, dancers. It's a very live and loud show that promises to be a lot of fun. That's on Sunday, January 20th. Then we have Caesar Milan, the dog whisperer. So I'm sure many of you know Caesar Milan or have dogs and know how good he is with dogs. So Caesar will be here on the 26th. Very popular show. And then the following day, we're bringing in a local artist. His name is Wyatt Earp, and he is a distant relative of the Wyatt Earp. He's going to be bringing the story of Doc Holliday. That's a one-man show, and that's going to be in our Hal Vogel Theater. And if you like theater, it's a wonderful show. On February 2nd is Cirque Ziva. That is the Golden Dragon Acrobats. They are spectacular, visually stunning, and great family entertainment. And then we have Mr. Las Vegas coming, Wayne Newton. That's on February 9th. Following that, we have Jeannie Robertson, and she is a humorist. She's hilarious. It's good, clean comedy. And then we're bringing in a theater company out of New Jersey, and they're called the Pushcart Players, and they just do wonderful, wonderful children's theater. And they are doing a production called Happily Ever After, A Cinderella Tale. And it's a non-traditional look at the Cinderella story. And then we've got Vicki Lawrence and Mama. She comes out and does a one-woman comedy show, so she'll do a half hour of Vicki Lawrence, and then she actually does a half hour where Mama comes on stage. It's on February 23rd. And then we have the former SNL stars coming for a comedy night. And those stars are John Lovitz, Chris Kattan, and Tim Meadows for a night of comedy. The show has never happened before. That show is on March 1st. March 2nd, we have a performance called Formerly the Dukes. Tom Wopat and John Schneider are going to play together, and they're going to sing ballads. They're going to banter about their days on Dukes of Hazzard. And that's a real favorite for people who love to hear good vocals and good stories. We have an exciting show coming up on March 9th. It's called Classic Albums Live. And so this year we're bringing Abbey Road by the Beatles. You're going to hear it note for note, cut for cut, exactly the way it sounded on the album. Then they'll do some of the best hits of the Beatles. If you're an album aficionado or a Beatles fan, this one's for you. Coming up on March 10th, we have the National Dance Company of Ireland, and they'll be performing Rhythm of the Dance. They have sold millions and millions of tickets all over the world. If you like Irish step dancing and a spectacle of great costumes and wonderful Celtic music, that one's for you. Mid-March, we have a show called the Roots and Boots Tour. The Roots and Boots Tour is a country act that we bring in 3 different musicians, and they're going to do all of their greatest hits. The artists on that are Sammy Kershaw, Joe Diffie, and Aaron Tippett. So for those of you who are country fans, you know their songs. It's going to be a night of greatest hits. And then we have Mr. Tony Orlando is going to be here in concert on March 23rd. If you like Tony Orlando, you're going to love this evening. Coming back for their second engagement here in Chandler. It's Hotel California, and it's a salute to the Eagles. This is the endorsed band by the Eagles. They do a great job. And that's happening at the beginning of April, on April 5th. And then we have the Scorpius Dance Theater, the local modern dance company. They're going to be doing an original piece called Dreaming in Water. And there's going to be video projection of all these dancers in water, plus all this modern dance. We have an incredibly dedicated staff. Our technical staff are commended on a regular basis for being the top in the industry. Not just from the national touring artists who come through, who always have something great to say about them, but on our rental clients who use our facility. A lot of the reason why they come back to the center is because the way they're treated at the center.
Well, Ballet Etudes has been coming here for probably 23 years, and we consider Chandler Center for the Arts our home. It's a first-class operation. They treat us like family. Everything they do here is great, from backstage to the box office to the lobby crew to the ushers. Everybody takes care of us and makes us feel welcome. Every time we're going to put on a show, Chandler's the first place we think of. And we do 2 shows a year here. We do our Nutcracker every holiday season for 20-some years, and then every spring we do a show. And this year we're doing Alice in Wonderland here, April 26th through the 28th.
As you can see, there's a lot to see at the Chandler Center for the Arts. And for more information on our upcoming shows or to purchase tickets, visit chandlercenter.org. There's more opportunities to get involved with the center after this fun fact.